Hey everybody, so please don't mind the scruffy looking bastard that I am right now. It's since moving in here, I really haven't had a chance to shave. Every day has been cleaning, trying to organize the place and get it livable. Today's the first day I'm going to start actually emptying my storage locker. Yeah, it's going to be a few hours. I still have a couple of inspectors coming by to do some stuff so I can get the electrical panel upgraded, because due to the house, there is a very slight possibility that there might be asbestos in the plastering on holding the drywall together around the current panel. So the electricians won't come in until I have it tested. So he's going to be coming here in a couple hours, but until then, I'm going to be moving stuff back and forth. So I'll give a quick tour of the house, the yard, and the shop. This is just going to end up probably being put up on YouTube so that I don't have to upload it to so many places. Since my computer isn't set up, I'm using my laptop right now. And it's not the powerhouse that my computer is, so yeah. So give a tour and then put this up and send everybody the link. So actually, start with the yard outside in the front. So yeah, I've actually got a pretty decent lot here. Right, I got to get a hold of Dawn and ask her to get them to come and get that. So the front side of the house. All right, the living room. Massive bay window, which for me, kind of useless because I like it dark. That wall is all that crap on the wall is gonna be pulled off and eventually painted. That is gonna be turned into my kitchen table / prep area. I'm gonna lower it about probably 18 inches and then put about an 18 to 20 inch top on it so that I can sit at it with bar stools and kind of use it as the dining room table. Don't mind the messes and everything. It was the owner's brother was maintaining the place and trying to get it livable again. Very slowly, I think. So this is one of the smaller rooms. Eventually, I'm actually going to rip this room out and I'm going to extend the bathroom. So the bathroom is right here next to it. A fucking tiny bathroom. I think it's from the tub over and the door over. It's a total of 5 square feet. I'll do another one. Hey, so I'm back. I ended up getting a phone call from my dad. He has been busy with work and I just had a few questions for him. So now back to the rest of the tour. Yeah, the bathroom is bloody tiny. And I misspoke. It's not 5 square feet. It's, I think, 9 square feet. I already showed that. Here's the main bedroom, which I'm using right now because the basement is absolutely filthy. I've mopped it about 12 times, and it's still coming up black water, basically. Living room. Going into the kitchen. The kitchen is kind of a disaster right now because it's where I'm organizing things. The stove is pulled out because when I bought the house, it didn't come with an oven, so I had to go pick one up. That's my current electrical panel. That's scary because they did a lot of home wiring on it, and it is, yeah, let's just say that it's dangerous. So I'll go downstairs. Dawn, I'm really sorry if you ever actually see this because the floor looks so much different since the 12 scrubs. That's all shit that I have pulled off the ceiling in the furnace room. They had such a Mickey Mouse operation down here, it was ridiculous. I got my washer in here that I just picked up yesterday, but unfortunately the guy had it sitting in storage for a couple of days and he never drained it. So I'm pretty sure the reason it weighs as much as it does is because the water is sitting in the base of it. I've got it sitting over by the furnace trying to thaw out, and then once I'm done with day's activity, I'm going to take the back panel off and drain it, or try to. So unfortunately I don't have any light in this room right now because I tried to fix that fixture and it blew the breaker when I put it all back together. That was my own doing, unfortunately, but I screwed something up with it. So the rest of the basement, my goal eventually was to take this room and knock this wall right here out, and then take the wall and extend it all the way across, have a nice big walk-in closet right there, probably starting right about here at the window, and then have a big room over here, take and redo the wiring. All of that wiring that's in the ceiling is eventually going to get redone and done properly because I want those lights off. I'm going to put them with LEDs. So yeah, that's the house right now. And I will show you the backyard, which was a very pleasant surprise with how big it is. I have to redo the seals and eventually the doors because there's a gap around both outside doors. So, yeah, that's actually my backyard. My garage, which is eventually going to be turned into a wood shop. My plans right here are I'm going to actually rip that out and the cement stairs at the front, but when this comes out, I'm going to make steps up to the stairs and then bring it all the way around here to that end of the house as a deck. I'm not sure on the height yet. There's a few things I'm going to have to take into account, such as not blocking those windows. And the inspector's already told me that I need to put a surround around those windows. So we'll see. I'll get that all figured out eventually. That tree I'm going to take down just because it is leaning and I don't like that. And it's right in line with everything for the power coming in. And then my 2-car garage, which the light does sort of work. So eventually this is going to be turned into my wood shop. I got to pull the paneling off the wall and see, because I don't think it's insulated. Just looking in there, probably not. But yeah, one of those bay doors is going to come out. Oh yeah. So the rails on these do not work. They put a C-clamp on the track to hold it, to keep it from working. This one does not, so that's actually something I'm gonna have to figure out because that lock is not strong enough to hold that shut. But yeah, that is my house and my property. I can't really complain, even with the amount of work I'm having to do to it. For $190,000, I got a hell of a deal. So, as soon as I get a chance, I will edit this and put it up on YouTube. You guys all have a great day. Hey everybody, so I know this is going to be late. This is actually going to be stitched onto the other video of everything before. Yeah, it's been an interesting couple weeks since I got into the house. There has been a lot more cleaning, work, and just general minor renos and fixing things than I was anticipating when I moved in. So kind of wanted to wait to put the video up because show a bit of a before and after. I will put a couple pictures in when I stitch the two videos together just to show certain areas, but the house is coming along. I'm going to do another tour of the basement, another tour of the yard and everything, but Yeah, I kind of screwed everything up with my body because I've been stressing so much about trying to get the place ready before I take off for Christmas. I was neglecting myself with eating, hydrating, and I think the stress of it was just preventing me from getting proper sleep because every night I would wake up between 2 and 3 a.m. and it would take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours before I could get back to sleep for another couple hours. Yeah, not the best combination, and yesterday it all hit, and it hit hard. So today I'm just going to take it easy. I've got a couple of minor projects I can finish with the house, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah. So yes, my living room is still a disaster. It's going to be a work in progress for a bit because until I can get every other room organized to put things away, I'm just kind of stacking everything in here. The bathroom is coming along slowly. I got the new faucet. One of the pictures I will post, or two of them, is going to be a before and after of when I had to pull that off the wall to change out the pipes and put proper connectors on it, and just how filthy it was behind there. Yeah. So here's the second bedroom, which eventually is going to be turned into my bathroom. Not anytime soon. That's going to be quite a big project, so I'll need time and money to do it. I have my bed set up, thankfully, so yeah, I can actually sleep on my bed. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's coming along. I just need to do more work. My kitchen, I can't remember in the last video if I had a stove or an oven yet, but I got one. I have to do a little bit of work on it because the bake element doesn't work. I have a proper sized fridge, which, thank fuck. That other one that came with the house was an apartment sized fridge, and I couldn't even put a Brita filter in there to properly chill it. So I do have to use a flashlight when going downstairs now because I have plasticed over and insulated almost every window down here. This light here, I can turn it on, but the way that panel there is wired and the fact that the transformer in this light is blown and it buzzes really bad, I'm afraid to turn that one on. So I'm going to turn this one on over here. Hopefully it still provides some light. Okay, it does. So this room was the first room I insulated, and just having the two windows in there covered right away made a huge difference on the heating in here. Getting the other three down here done, again, made a huge difference. I can come down here when it's like -5 and it doesn't feel cold anymore. So there is a lot of heat loss through those windows, unfortunately. But the windows are the original windows that came with the house in 1957. This is the only one I haven't done yet, and that's just because I ran out of insulation yesterday. By the time I was able to get to the store and pick more up, that was about the time my body started screaming at me, fuck you. So I got a washer and dryer. They both work. It's great. I still got to replace that. And then eventually the electrical panel is going to be moved down here and moved right there. This light that's up there, it was broken and hanging, so I tried to fix it. But when I did, I guess I wired things wrong in there because it blew the breaker, set off the ground, and it also fried the power switch for it. So I'm waiting until I can get the electricians in to do the upgrades on the electrical panel to a proper panel for code. When that happens, that is when I'm going to look at getting a few things changed as well. So that's the basement, that's the house for now. So go outside and do a quick tour of the yard, because the yard looks a lot different now too. Okay, I got my keys. Let's go get back to the truck. I don't need a light on in here while I'm not here. Yes, I like living in the dark. So we did get a very small skiff of snow last night, which is the first we've really had in about 2 weeks. So the last time I did a video, you guys would have seen that the yard was absolutely covered in leaves. I've pruned all my trees. I raked all of these leaves. Yes, there's still a smatter of them on the yard, but I'm not really worried about those. And I cleaned up this area. This area alone, even though it is so small, took almost, I think it was almost 4 bags of leaves to fill. I still have some work in there to do to clean out the rest of those tree shoots and everything, because those just present so much of a danger to the foundation with their roots. Yeah, so lots more work to do, but I got the majority of it done, which is what I wanted. Cleaned up all this bed here, everything back here. That pile is the result of all of the leaves, all the shoots and all the branches and everything else I trimmed back and pruned, because there was actually that much. I got all this cleaned up. All said and done, when I did the finished raking and getting everything into bags yesterday, it, with the minus of those 2 tiny piles right there, 16.5 bags worth of leaves is what I cleaned up from the yard. As I found out about 4 or 5 days ago, the house has been empty for just about 3 years. The previous owner had, we don't know exactly what happened, but he had to be taken away by ambulance. When I introduced myself to one of my neighbors, this is what he told me, is that he was home one day and a bunch of ambulances showed up and took the guy away, and then he never heard anything further. So his brother was actually maintaining the property and the house and everything, but the guy was barely ever here, like very rare. So don't actually know what he was doing around here, if anything. But yeah, I'm not going to bother showing in the garage because there's nothing in there. You can see my tire tracks from backing across the yard when I had things that were too heavy for me to unload from my truck by myself, i.e. my washer and dryer. But yeah, the yard does look significantly different and significantly better in my opinion. So I'm just going to do a quick show of the 11 bags worth of leaves and everything in the back of my truck, and then that'll be the video. I will get the 2 videos and pictures and everything stitched together this afternoon when I'm finished some of my running around, and then I'll upload it to YouTube for everybody to see. So yeah, I've got 11 of those bags from Home Depot in my truck right now. And I've already taken 5 of them, 5.5 to the depot now, and then I got a few other errands to run around before I come home and do the doors. So as things progress, I will eventually start putting pictures and everything up on probably Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then when we do the major renos, I'll probably do recordings of those. But those are going to be next year at some point when I go back to work. So you all take care, and I'll see you later.